Hello everyone, welcome back to Life Journal Jumpstart. My name is Garrett Mizunaka, and today is July 12th. We're going to continue in Isaiah 11 to 14 and Hebrews 9. So if you remember Isaiah is like Elijah, like Jeremiah, different prophets we've read. He is talking to Israel about the sins, the mistakes, the wrongdoing they have committed against God and the people, and he's bringing warning of coming judgment. However, there is hope after judgment, and that's a pattern we'll always see in the Old Testament prophets. And let's talk about chapters 11 to 12. And chapters 11 to 12, there's a messianic message of hope. If you don't know what messianic means, it's a Messiah or a Savior figure, a new Jerusalem, a new king, and especially because the previous chapters he was talking about King Ahaz, who was not a great king of Jerusalem. So now he's talking about a new Jerusalem, a new king. And in the previous chapters, you would have seen that they're talking about, David's kind of like, line, and the image of a tree stump was put forth. And in continuing with that imagery of a tree stump, a new branch from the stump of David, in other words, whoever this messianic figure is going to be, it's going to be in the line of David, and we see that in Jesus. And in chapters 13 to 14, God continues to give Isaiah various prophecies and visions about judgment, not for just Jerusalem, but also for other nations. But God's kingdom will one day rule and righting the world's wrongs. And so there's always hope after this judgment. In chapters 13 to 14, we begin to see the fall of Babylon. Even though it's prophesied that Babylon and Assyria will come and take over, we see that the fall of Babylon is prophesied here, and also Israel's neighbors who have done evil things in the sight of the Lord and to his people. And so the big theme here with all these different nations, and we're going to be reading about them for the next couple of days, is pride. That they think they're better than God, they think they know better, they think they kind of are in control of their own lives, and they're not. The Lord is in control, and that's a big thing that we're going to see throughout the next couple of days. So let's jump into Hebrews 9. And in Hebrews 9, if the big theme here is that Jesus' death on the cross was final, the ultimate sacrifice. He is the ultimate high priest. He is the ultimate mediator between God and man. And you'll see that the high priest needs to offer sacrifice, but Jesus is the sacrifice. He is the ultimate sacrifice. He fulfills the covenant, fulfills the law. And the author continues this thought that Jesus is the ultimate sacrifice, the ultimate high priest in the order of Melchizedek, and how important that is to recognize, especially as to the Jewish Christians that he's writing to. And so as we continue to read today, I pray that you and me will ask this extremely important question of ourselves. How will you and I be different because of what we have read today? See you tomorrow.